So we got a situation. And of course, it's involving a hotel. And of course, it's involving fraud. I mean, at this point, I know these hotels hate to see y'all coming sometimes, bro. Seriously. This one is a woman's hilarious hotel fraud fails miserably. Let's get to it.
These officers are heading to a Georgia hotel after a woman reports staff holding her belongings hostage and denying her access to her room.
Yeah, can you come here? They're not giving me my items from my room.
Okay, what's your phone number?
But what they're about to discover is a whole new twist.
Friday night,
You said you checked into the room Friday night?
I explained to whoever was on duty that night that my card wasn't working, and I showed them my card on my Apple Pay. She allowed me to get the room, entering it in, and then
Entering like your card number in? Okay.
right, she allowed me to do that. I unlocked the room. I've been here for 2 days.
Okay.
My card declined, which is okay. Not
132,
decline. So I spent all day yesterday, trying to get the money, trying to get a way to pay you because, like I said, my car was broken. So I'm trying to get the money to pay you now. Every time I try a transaction, my bank is blocking it because at this point you've already charged me twice. So it's blocking. So I called my brother and asked my brother to help me pay for it. And he did. Here's my receipt. And now they're not allowing me to get my items out the bank.
What you said this is a receipt?
Is it a receipt?
So is this for your first transaction?
That's for everything.
So what you see there is from our end.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, that means nothing. All we're asking is if you show us the authorization on the bank account. Like, you don't even have to show
On the
us
bank
anything else, yeah.
So for
punch in any kind of card.
Yeah,
you gotta
correct.
physically have one. That's our policy.
But I said, if that was your policy, then I would not have a room at all. You see what I'm saying? Your other employee, that's something you need to take up with your business. Then I wouldn't even have a room right now.
So
you followed your policy.
So
now you want to follow
hold on. So when you first got here, right, you punched the code in, right? Did you just happen to remember the code, or how did you get the code?
No, I had it sent to me on my Apple Pay. It's like this, and I showed them my ID and everything.
That's not even the last four on there. There's 4427.
Yeah, you have two.
Yes,
4427.
because when I tried again, it declined. So I had to call my bank and I keep asking them to help me get another one.
So where's the car?
Where's the card? That's what I'm saying.
I don't have this card. I had to order a new card.
Yeah, when you order new cards, they don't give you a whole new number. You keep the same number.
No, you don't.
You do, because
it's lost or stolen, and so you get a whole new card.
Do you have the app that shows this card? No. Okay, so what do you have now?
I just have another one from when my transaction got declined. I called my bank and said, hey, I don't know why it's blocking my card. Can I please get another one? And I tried again, over and over again, and it kept declining. That's why I had to ask my brother to pay for it.
Okay, so which one's your brother's card?
This one.
We need some documentation saying that proves otherwise.
I don't have anything otherwise. I don't live here. I was traveling here. My stuff is locked in the room. You won't give me my stuff. I never heard of nothing like that. So now you want to follow your policy after my card declines. I try to get you paid. I get you paid so I can get my items and now you want
So he's a director, right?
So where's his policy?
Hold on. He's a director, right?
Can you show me the policy?
Can I talk? He's a director, right? I don't know what happened between you and the previous employee to where that individual might have let you done something that they're technically not supposed to do. So that means he knows his policy. That means
I don't know his policy though.
I'm not saying you do. But that doesn't matter. When you come in and become a guest, if you read the policy or not, you are technically blind by what they have. They're set rules, okay? So what he needs is we need some kind of documentation saying that these cards are tied to you.
What'd you say?
At least the first one. Or if your brother or whatever, we need something.
Can I see the policy?
Do you have an ID on you?
No, I don't. I'm just asking to see the policy.
Hold on. One step at a time, right? Well, you're trying to get your stuff back, right?
Yeah, so I've done everything that they've asked me to do. I'm not being difficult. If he can show me the policy that says I gotta show you a bank statement, then I understand it.
So who do you bank with right now?
What?
No, who do you bank with? Not whoever's on the phone, you.
I got 3 different bank accounts.
Okay, so show me the bank account 4427, the last card you used.
I don't have it on my banking.
I don't understand how you don't have it. attached
I don't
to.
understand why I can't get my items.
We're trying to work through it.
How? This is not working through it. Y'all holding my
We
stuff
are.
hostage after I have a receipt for payment.
This happens all the time.
Yo, you know what just popped into my mind, right? Go back to the beginning. Right? I think she called the police. I think she called the police because she's having this issue where she wants her stuff. Now, this is my issue, right? If you knew you was doing something fraudulent, you called the police there, and your story is jacked up. Because the cop obviously done dealt with enough of these situations to know, okay, show me some type of information that supports that this information you gave them is yours. Now when he's hitting you with those type of rebuttals, all you can say is, have them show me the policy. Then he says, well, show me the bank account that's tied to this card. Why do I have to do that? I got several bank accounts. Like any person that wasn't out here scamming or scheming would be like, here, yeah, this is that. Here it is. This is that. This is that. Give me my stuff. But you're deflecting. The deflection is just so bad right now. It's bad. It's bad. But yeah, I think she called the police. That's crazy work. Crazy work. I just can't believe some people would do that.
Oh, this is not working through it. Y'all holding my stuff hostage after I have a receipt for payment.
This happens all the time. People use fraudulent credit cards, fraudulent. Listen,
but I would have left. I got hair products and clothes.
Okay, can you relax? I'm trying to explain to you why we're going through this process, why we're having this long, delayed process, right? You're talking about why do you have to go through here? Why are you taking this side? I'm trying to tell you why.
I'm taking his side.
I'm not taking anyone's side. I'm not. If you could provide proof that these are your account, because that's what they're doing. Because right now, if that's not true, that's fraud. If you're using someone else's card, it's fraud.
Also, she left a name of birth.
See, the first call was made by Mimi yesterday midday, and that
Same person?
Same group that were involved. 2 females, 2 males. Last night, when I called, the one male, it seemed like tried to get up into the room. I called, he was up, he left before they all got here, so...
She's the only one left right now?
Yes.
I need some documentation for these cards. Then who gave you access to them?
I didn't lose nobody else's card. I called my brother and asked him to help me pay for the room because my card kept declining.
Okay, and how did he give you a screenshot? Did you punch the numbers in?
No, the lady punched the numbers in.
What's your brother's name?
The lady did it.
What's your brother's name?
Hello? Can you tell me the information?
I haven't texted to you. Never give me a name. What's your first name?
Taylor.
Taylor?
Yeah, Graham.
How do you spell that?
Graham.
M?
Ham.
M. Okay, what's your name?
This is sad. This is sad because it's unraveling. It's like once you pull one string, you know that piece of thread that be in your t-shirt, so the string you pull it and then everything start coming apart. That's what this is feeling like right now. It's coming apart. It's coming apart. What's your brother's name? Can you give him your name? Like all of this sounds suspect. Super suspect. And then if that other officer that's over there at the counter is saying it sounds like they left you holding a bag.
Date of birth.
Do you have that name on the reservation?
Yes.
Did she have to show an ID to come in? No. So she has an ID on her.
So the issue is that she's using her wallet, her card and her wallet. She said she banks with Bank of America. Bank of America does not give her temporary. I have Bank of America. They will give you a temporary card. So that's what struck us nerve with me. We allowed her to go ahead and insert her card. It's not her card. It's somebody else's card.
Do you know what name of that card is?
We don't know. She said she never had a card. So the night auditor, they basically allowed her to punch it in because it does give you a prompt if you can't swipe it. It allows you.
But you're supposed to be able to see it.
Correct.
Night auditors just didn't do that.
Correct. And that's why we're asking her, but she's not.
I'm trying to see his policy. That's
Okay,
why,
okay,
that's
but look, you don't dictate what's gonna happen. All right, I need to see.
That's a part
listen,
of me solving
listen,
that's a part
listen.
of me defending myself.
Once you provide me with documentation saying these cards, you have authority to use these cards, they will give you your stuff back. But right now,
have to do that.
you can find a way to pay anybody. But if you need to provide.
Brother gave authority to use his card. They should have said
What's your
that.
brother's name?
They should have said that.
What's your brother's name?
I don't have to give you his information.
Why are you still not providing me information with your bank, with your first credit card, the 4227?
Because I honestly feel like I don't have to give you my personal information like that.
So you would give the hotel your card, but you don't want to give the officer your card information to prove that everything you're saying is right. But you'll give it to the hotel to get you a room. Make that make sense to me, please, ma'am. Like, make that make sense. It's not adding up. 1 + 1 does not equal 11. It's not adding up.
Where are you going?
I'm leaving.
You can't leave.
Why is that?
You're detained.
For what?
Huh? Because right now you're suspected of using fraudulent cards. So you're not.
No, y'all won't even give me my stuff.
Can you?
Y'all holding my
No.
stuff.
Because the name you gave me didn't return, and the date of birth did not return out of South Carolina. If you ever had an ID or a driver's license out of any state, that means you would come back on file. So besides on being suspected of using fraudulent cards to have a hotel room, right? Now I'm suspecting that you lied to me.
I came back and paid. I didn't have to come back and pay if I was going to use somebody else's items.
That's not the problem.
That is the problem.
The problem they're having is they need authority. They need authority. They need authority.
I literally could have left.
And you're not providing any details regarding those cards. I'm telling you, what'd you pay with the first card? It does matter. Saying, oh, the money already went through. What does it matter? It does matter, because when that money doesn't go through, when whoever's card that was that you used or someone else's card they used, and they see it's fraud, they're losing money on their end. So that means you got a free stay. Go ahead.
And then number two, I just paid $2,700 and you still won't give me my stuff.
Listen, if you want this resolved, provide proper authority.
What hotel is this? How many nights she was there? I thought she said only like a one night or a couple nights or something like that, right? It was only like a couple. Fam, $2,700. What is that? That's the Trump hotel, right? It got to be something with Trump name on it or something like that. Ain't no way I'm spending 20. I don't care how much. She in Dubai. It's not Georgia. That's what it is. She in Dubai. It got to be something like that, bro. And that don't even look like a lavish lifestyle Dubai hotel, but $2,700, that's crazy work. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, if you want this resolved, provide proper authority of those cards, right? Give me your real name, date of birth, and guess what? We'll go up there and get your stuff, and I'll help you get it out of here. But right now, you're not providing those two things. Because it doesn't make any sense that your first card that you paid with, you don't have it with you, right? You say you don't have no online banking, which I know that's not true, because every single bank nowadays has online banking. So who sent you the number? The company did?
Yes.
Okay, where's that? Where's the picture? The company sent a company, right? You said that they didn't accept Apple Pay, right? So you got card information, right? Where's that image? That's what I'm looking for.
They gave me a new one.
I'm saying
it deletes it.
What do you mean it deletes?
I don't know. I just got a new one.
Who'd you get it from?
Take her to jail. Take her to jail. Ain't no bank sending you no new card information. You gotta wait for that to come through the mail, bro. Or at least anytime I've ever had to get. I had to wait for that to come through the mail. Now, the lady said they may do something over. That's new to me if they do. You know what I mean? I don't claim to have all the answers, but it deletes. You might as well have told this officer after you read the information, it said it will self-destruct. After you read your information that the bank sent you, the message self-destructed. That's what happened. You know what I mean? Like back in the day with Carmen Sandiego or something like that. After you read this message, it will self-destruct.
But I'm saying
it deletes it.
What do you mean it deletes?
I don't know. I just got a new one.
Who'd you get it from? Who sent you to it? Who sent you that card?
My bank.
Well, who's your bank?
I'm not answering.
But do you see it doesn't make any sense?
So, the night auditor let her punch in the numbers to that card. Didn't actually show it. They don't know what name is on. She just punched it in.
Okay.
So they said that was
Their mistake.
their mistake on that part. So they're checking what name that card is under.
So they made an error, and now I can't get my items.
Correct. So that's what you're saying, right? You went in there, you punched in the number, right? And they don't allow that. But they're making sure that if this is fraud, that they're not going to lose money. Give me your ID, right? And provide me proper documentation, provide me and them proper documentation that you had authority to use that card. See, but then you're saying no.
I'm saying no because y'all not. That's not how I booked this room.
Let's say hypothetically this is fraud. I'm not saying it is hypothetical. Let's say it is, right? Guess what? The bank, they're going to lose money because the individual whose identity those cards belong to are going to lose money. They're going to make a claim, and the money's going to get pulled.
Can you excuse me? I'm on the phone with my lawyer.
You're detained.
I don't care.
But you can't walk away.
There's only one way out. I'm on the phone with my lawyer. It's a private conversation that I'm having.
I'm gonna keep. Hold on. Come here. I'm gonna have to put
you. Yo. Oh my God. Hold on. Back up, y'all. Back up. We gotta do this play by play, right? So she was going through what she was going through. She was going through what she was going through, right? And then, since her cards got declined, she ain't had the money, so she had to call her brother to run his information to pay for that right now, right? So, you ain't had the money to pay, or another card to pay, or another bank to pay last night, so you was out of the money, but you got money to have a lawyer on retainer to just holler at a lawyer real quick. Yo, I'm like, what? Come on, man. Like, if you gonna have a story, make it believable. I'm on the phone with she might be, but it just ain't adding up. It ain't adding up. You ain't had the money to afford another $2,700 situation, so you had to contact somebody, but you got money to hit a lawyer up real quick. That's crazy work.
cuffs. Chill out. Have a seat.
I'm on the phone with my lawyer about how illegally.
Let me talk to your lawyer.
How you're illegally. Why
Let me talk to your lawyer. Because you're trying to walk out, and I'm telling you to
use the phone in private.
It doesn't matter. You're not free to go, right?
I'm not going nowhere.
You are. You're walking away from me. I'm standing right over here. Turn around.
Don't put your hands on me.
Turn around. Stop.
Give me my phone. You don't do that to nobody. Y'all already illegally holding my stuff after I paid $2,700 for this room. Because I was respecting you, and you don't have no respect for me. Don't touch me. No policy, nothing. I didn't see no policy yet. Show me your policy where you say that. After you put your hands on me.
Let's go outside. Talk to me. I wasn't here. Let's go figure out what's going on.
He trying to take it to another level because I'm calling my lawyer for the illegal shit I got going on. I know it's illegal. You can't do that.
Now she said lawyer friend. First it was like lawyer. Now it's lawyer friend. Maybe her friend's a lawyer. I don't know. That was just kind of crazy work there, but it shouldn't even have to get to that. Why mess up yourself? Let's be serious for a minute. Why do this though, bro? Why mess it up? Now when you go get a job or something, you got to explain this fraudulent stuff that's on your record. Why jam yourself up like that? Why? $2,700 for this? Why do that to yourself? I hate to see people jam themselves up like this. Because now you got to spend so many years after this trying to get this cleared up or explaining it. It's not even worth it.
So you got to give me something so I can actually identify you. Do you have a valid ID or anything like that?
No, I'd rather go to jail.
All right. So we don't have a female officer. This one real or fake?
It's fake.
It's a fake ID? Okay, so you're using a fake name.
Take me to jail.
Huh? Okay. She wants to be a Jane Doe, so.
Jane Doe?
Yep.
What about the Lopez?
Where are the keys? Are the keys still on her?
I like to keep my property.
We will, but you can't hold on to your property back here, okay? I'm going to run this license number that she provided.
32 Chuckle.
Here's a.
What's up?
She showed me a picture of her license.
So she started walking away. I told her she was detained. Yeah. My dude, I'm not going to let you choose. There's only one way out here, as another's not.
That's a fake ID. I don't know.
Bob called 2110 Madison Drive.
That's her.
2110 Madison Drive.
Hey, look at the. Go over there and see her.
Can you look at me real quick? Look at me.
That's my sister. That's not me.
Okay. So what's your name then? Listen.
Go to jail.
Okay,
I already
but
asked that.
Okay, but the thing is, we've got to put you in jail under your name, and you're not getting out. Nobody can bond you out. Just help us help you. You're not looking at some crazy charges right now. We can't prove any frauds going on. We're just trying to figure out who you are. So if you want to have a chance to be bonded out today within a couple hours, give us your real information. If you want to sit in there for weeks and weeks and weeks, because they're not going to be able to bond you out and process you without us knowing who you are, because we're not going to release that. I mean, it is what it is. If you got a warrant, you got a warrant. If you don't have a warrant, then just be straight out. It's not that difficult. I mean, you got a wallet in there. If you want us to take your car, do a search warrant, because this is what we can do. We can take your car, get a search warrant, try to figure out if the fraud did actually take place with the fraudulent credit cards, stuff like that. I don't want to take it that far, but we have that opportunity to do that if we want to investigate the fraud and if they really want us to see if it was a fraudulent transaction that took place. All right? Help us help you. That's all I'm asking.
I tried to do that.
Huh?
I tried to do that earlier.
I understand.
Nobody tried to help me.
But from the get-go, you've been lying about your name, all right? You're still lying about your name. Do you?
Man, fingerprinter. Where's the electronic mobile finger? Go get that. Let's get that. You know what I mean? These can't lie. You know what I mean? They gonna trace you back to somewhere. These ain't gonna lie. Let's get the fingerprint thing. I don't even know why they don't always have one. Is that a budget thing? Can we get that? Like we spending crazy tax money on other things. I feel like every police officer vehicle should be equipped with one of those electronic fingerprint machines, fam. Like, why can't they have that? Everybody have that, bro. They need that. Like, something like fingerprinter. Come on.
You want to be straight up with us and tell us who you are, or are you going to make me keep doing research? Because I'm going to find it eventually. I can't force you to give my name. I can't force you to give your name. It's going to speed up the process a lot if you do. What is your last name?
K-H-A-N.
First name?
J-O-N.
Joy? What's your date of birth, Joy? All right. And what state is that out of?
Jersey.
New Jersey? That's where your ID's out of? Your sister's got one out of North Carolina. Do you have one out of North Carolina? Okay, all right. Do you have a warrant or anything like that you're worried about?
No.
No? You just chose to be difficult on a Monday today?
I feel like what they're doing is illegal, holding my property.
The hotel?
Yeah.
Listen, that's civil. That's nothing we can do.
And I was trying to resolve that. I was trying to resolve that issue. And I could have just left.
Yeah, I mean, you should have been taking them to small claims court later on. If they're going to hold your property, that's on them. But if they in their policies and stuff, they can do that if there's no payment made. And both of your cars, I guess, fail.
No, they don't have a receipt for payment.
Well, they're saying you did, so I guess there's some miscommunication.
It's the other person that they were trying to get. He already left.
The guy that you were with? They were trying to get him? They think he's the one that did all the fraud stuff?
I don't understand.
No, you didn't just take a charge for somebody else then. I hope that's not the case, because y'all got to stop that. I've been seeing that a lot lately, too, and that's frustrating to see people messing up their record for somebody else. I don't care if it's out of love, man. You're going to jam yourself up for somebody you might not even be with in a few years, few months. You going to jam yourself up like that? Obviously, that person don't care nothing about you. They gone. And if they did and they caught whenever, they would come back and switch places with you. But they never do. We never see that. We never see somebody come back and say, hey, man, I did all of this. Y'all let her go, man. Y'all locked me up. This is all my fault. I did the wrong. We never see that.
And how you allow somebody to punch a number in, that's nowhere. Not even Walmart allows that anymore.
She was charged with false representation, disorderly conduct, and obstruction.
And I hate to see that, bro. Like I said, man, don't jam yourself up. Don't do that. Because then once you get in a position later on when you out of this stage or whatever it is you doing and you trying to get your life right or you doing good and stuff, this is when the stuff that you did in your past come back to haunt you when you on the right track. And then now you feel like, yo, you barely keeping your head above water. You know what I mean? Everything you trying to do Your past is messing it up. It's like, come on, man. Like, nah, don't do that to you. I hate to see it. For real. Y'all get at me and let me know what you think, man. Be safe, though.